I saw with my own eyes my female colleague sleeping with the boss for a promotion. The next day, she became my supervisor. Not only did she take the $3 million bonus from my project, she also tried to force me out of the company. But I could only laugh, because it meant she would bear all the responsibility for the project. It was the company's year-end celebration. Everyone was celebrating the success of the Sky Peak project. I walked on stage to speak. Our director, Susan, suddenly grabbed the microphone from my hand. With a smile, she removed my name from the slide titled Project Leader and replaced it with her own.
Let's clear this up. Ethan was just my errand guy. The core system architecture, I built that myself, night after night. You're still young, Ethan. Opportunities? Tons ahead. As for this promotion and the $1 million bonus, all mine.
She looked at me with open provocation. Some people whispered that Susan was shameless. Others laughed at how weak I looked. I didn't argue. I didn't make a scene. I simply stepped back and handed her a document. Right, Susan. The reward for good work is more work. And the final sign-up should be yours. Susan grinned and took the project liability form. She signed her name without even reading it. After the celebration ended, Susan stormed into my office with a group of people.
Ethan, if you're just a runner, you don't deserve a private office.
People grabbed my stuff and tossed it into boxes. I just watched.
See that empty desk in the corner? Fast internet, nice spot, go sit. Not like you've got real work, anyway.
My things were tossed straight into the trash. Susan, isn't this a bit too much? She laughed and poked my chest with her finger.
Too much? That's how things work here. You've got no connections, no backup. What'd you expect?
Right then, notification sounds echoed across the office. A company-wide email had arrived. All credit for the Sky Peak project went to Susan. $1 million bonus. A nomination for vice president. The same colleagues who just pitied me were suddenly fiending about her.
Congrats, Susan! You totally earned it!
Only you could handle this project. Ethan? Nah, no way he could.
Everyone surrounded her, handing her water, massaging her shoulders. They praised her while mocking me. Susan glanced at me and smiled smugly.
Afternoon drinks are on me today. Everyone's invited.
Then she walked to my desk and slammed a cup of hot water onto it. The water splashed and burned the back of my hand.
Here, Ethan. Drink it. Chill. Don't be jealous.
The office burst into laughter, but I said nothing. I just wiped the water off my hand. I pulled out my phone and sent $200 via Venmo to the team chat. Message read, "Congrats, Susan. Future VP vibes. Legendary move." Everyone scrambled to claim it, tapping the link like crazy.
Wow, generous!
Thanks, Ethan.
Susan looked at her phone and smirked.
At least you finally understand how things work. Keep quiet, do your job, you'll have your slice.
I nodded quickly with a flattering smile. Thanks, Susan. Here's the final handover list. All the tech details are in. Just sign here. I handed her the thick document. Overwhelmed by the joy of promotion, she signed her name without thinking twice.
Don't drag me into petty stuff. I've got big decisions to make now.
I stared at her signature. A ghost of a smile touched my lips. This wasn't a normal handoffer. It made Susan lowly responsible. Any crash, any bug, she'd take the fall. Susan's victory lasted less than 2 days. Trouble arrived. The client company sent an urgent email. They demanded an additional stress test, and they asked the project lead to demonstrate it. Susan stared at the screen, full of red error codes. Her eyes widened. The truth was simple. She didn't understand code at all. She didn't even know how to open the system terminal. Soon she rushed to the corner desk where I now worked.
Ethan, write an automatic demo script for me. Now!
Her tone was still arrogant, acting like she didn't just humiliate me 2 days ago. I kept typing without looking up. I'd help if I could, Susan, but you stripped me of core access already. Guess I'm just the office errand guy now. Susan panicked and slammed her hand onto my keyboard.
Cut the crap! I'll restore your permissions. If you can't handle this, you're out.
My colleagues nearby turned to watch. They were waiting for me to embarrass myself. I pretended to tremble slightly. Please, don't fire me. I've got a mortgage and my parents to take care of. Seeing that her threat worked, Susan relaxed. She took 2 thick stacks of cash from her bag and tossed them onto my desk.
20 grand. Write the script, it's yours. Mess it up, you're out.
I stared at the money and swallowed. Then I pretended my hands were shaking.
Okay. Thank you, Susan. I'll write it now.
With the temporary permissions restored, I quickly wrote the demo script. Deep in the code, I hid a little surprise for her, an Easter egg that would trigger at exactly the right moment. Susan demonstrated the script successfully during the department meeting. The system ran smoothly on the big screen. The boss nodded repeatedly.
Impressive, Susan. You're truly a genius.
Susan beamed with pride as everyone praised her. After the meeting ended, she returned with a group of followers. They immediately took the $20,000 back from my desk. Then she brought people from the IT department. They wiped my computer.
Ethan, it's not about trust, but company rules. We have to be careful. All backups and logs are deleted. This is the company's core secret.
She stared at me as if I'd already outlived my usefulness.
As for that money, I'll log it. Yours at the end of the year.
Then she clicked away in her heels, not a single glance back. I stared at the empty screen. Funny, I almost laughed. Go on. Delete it all. The cleaner, the better. Her last lifeline. She sealed her own fate. And now, not even God could save her. The day Susan received her $1 million bonus, she bought a red Porsche. She deliberately parked it right in front of the company entrance, in the most visible spot she could find, making sure everyone saw it. Then she spent half an hour posing beside the car. Later, she posted the photos online. One showed the Porsche steering wheel. Another showed her Hermes bag. She even included a photo of the project's final approval page. Her caption read, "Heavy is the crown, but someone has to wear it. Every late night was worth it." The comments filled up fast. Coworkers lined up to praise her like loyal lapdogs. When I saw the post, I was in the break room eating instant noodles. The whole place smelled like beef ramen. A coworker nearby was touching up her makeup while talking loudly.
Some people are just born to be employees. Look at Susan. She's a real queen. That's what a winner looks like.
Another coworker chipped in.
If you don't have the talent, don't blame others for taking the credit. Yeah? The corporate world is cutthroaty. If you lose, you're out.
The moment things turned against me, everyone switched sides. The same people who used to slap my back, call me Ethan, my man, and mooch free lunches off me, now they were stepping all over me just to suck up to Susan. Right then, the boss's secretary rushed into the break room. She announced a major piece of news.
Next Monday, the chairman from headquarters is coming for an inspection. He wants to see the Sky Peak project's live performance data.
The whole company buzzed with excitement. The chairman from headquarters was the real power. One word from him could determine the future of the entire branch. When Susan heard the news, her face flushed with excitement. She almost spilled the coffee in her hand. To prove how hands-on she was, she immediately refused any help from the tech team.
Don't worry about it.
Susan said with a confident smile.
I've been driving this project from day one. No one understands it better than I do. I'll run the demo myself.
She straightened her jacket, already savoring the moment.
Let headquarters see what real leadership looks like.
Later, she ran into me in the break room. She stopped and waved a hand in front of her nose as if something smelled bad.
God, that cheap smell.
She said with obvious disgust.
Instant noodles again, Ethan?
She glanced around the room with a smug smile.
Take a good look. The project's doing just fine without you. At the end of the day, you're just a pair of hands. Completely replaceable.
She looked down at my bowl of noodles with open contempt. I quietly slurped another mouthful. Then, I finished the soup completely, not a drop left. I looked up and forced a humble smile.
Susan, you're absolutely right. I'm just here to do the grunt work. You're the real queen. Hope your presentation next week goes smoothly. Wishing you all the success. And maybe keep me in mind once in a while.
Susan nodded and turned away.
Glad you know your place.
Her high heels clicked sharply on the floor. That night, my phone buzzed in the dark, the screen cutting through the quiet. It was a voice message from Susan. Her tone was sharp and commanding.
Have a speech ready for me by tomorrow morning. Make sure it emphasizes my innovation. All the nights I stayed up solving problems. Skip the boring technical details. Make it sound impressive, high level. And if it's subpar, you'll be looking at your termination letter. Don't expect me to go easy.
I listened, a faint smile tugging at the corner of my lip. Then I tapped the screen and replied with a single word, noted.